Hey guys, I just wanted to do a little introduction video here to the video I did yesterday. It's Saturday morning. We're getting ready for breakfast here. Grandpa and Meemaw are up for the weekend. Yesterday we did cut some wood. Justin went out and picked it up. This is some cherry we were burning. We're going to go out here and check the rye and stuff and see what the weather's like. Well, we had some thunder showers earlier this morning. I'm going to come over here to the field, and it's probably right around 45-50 degrees this morning with some light rain. You can see that Christmas tree and stuff in the house. This is a soybean field here right next to the house here, and it was planted with rye, about a bushel of rye seed to the acre. It just started raining again, and this was just spun on rye. I just want to show you what that looks like here in the field. It's coming really nice. Now the corn ground, I put 3 bushel of rye on, but I'm really happy how it germinated. This is the rye seed that we harvest here in down at the old farm and brought up. Come over here to the corn ground a little bit. The wind just picked up. See if the stuff here in the this stuff did need a little rain. Hope for it to germinate. A little warmth here. I don't know if I can see any here or not in this stuff. We did run the turbo till across this here. You can see some of the seed here laying on top yet, but just starting to sprout there. Anywhere that it did get some ground on it right away, it's a little bit more further along. But yeah, anyway, so yesterday we were knocking trees down, and today it's pretty much gonna be a rain day. And then Monday we're supposed to get back into doing some tiling and a couple projects starting probably Wednesday. Yeah, you can see it's cloudy and hazy, and so we're going in for breakfast here, and high-rise pancakes and sausage they're making for breakfast this morning. So that's one of our favorite breakfast dishes. So I hope everybody has a great day and enjoy the rest of the video. Hey guys, it's Friday here. Friday the 10th of December. Well, the other day I went out and bought these Husqvarnas. This is a 562 XP. I'm telling you what, that's a mean machine right there. We're cutting some big stuff. Now this in here is rotted out. It's pretty rough shape. I don't know if you can see it there or not, but I tell you, the power that it has, and to get through it quickly and get out of the way. You can see how big that stump is. These stumps are going to shake them around a little bit more, let them dry out just for a few more hours. It's amazing how much air just on the roots dries the dirt out. Yeah, so back to the saw. I love my steel chainsaws, but I had the Farm Boss, and when they get up in age, they just, I don't know, lose compression. But this in here, the piston, usually most chainsaws, the piston's like this. This piston's like this, and that gives it a lot of stroke. And she'll move. That's a 20-inch. I cut about 30 trees already now, just like this, knocking the stumps off. I'll walk around here and show you a little bit. And we're not quite halfway through here, the hedgerow, but the reason why we're doing this is because we lose so many bushels right to left. And like I said before, they all don't have to come out, but you can see that tree there is rotten. And there's a big one right up there. It's just totally rotten and kept falling out in the fields. And all you do is push them back in the hedgerow, and the hedgerow gets wider. That hedgerow there is 60 feet wide, and we lose about 120 feet on this side due to shade. So I know I got a couple people that don't like this. They love trees and everything else and have a purpose, but when you have a tree that's that sick, it's gonna blow over. And the other day I was driving, and this goes back about a month, I guess, maybe a little longer than that. I'm driving down the road, and a walnut hit me right in the windshield and cracked my windshield. Well, I think the trees were trying to get back at me, but it still cracked the window. But the odds of driving down through there and a walnut taking a windshield was pretty high. Now, what do you imagine? You're going down through the tractor and one of these trees fall on top of you. Pretty much kills you. But there again, the odds are pretty high. So, yeah. Just explain what we're doing again here. There you can see that in there, really rotted. Stuff here is ready to fall apart. There's no connection there. But you guys will say the trees were standing for hundreds of years. Well, yeah. Well, it's about time they come down, and I'm not going to be the odds against me. But yeah, we're gaining a lot more farmable ground. Gorgeous ground in here. We'll take the chisel through here and loosen up the roots and spend the day picking them up with forks. But yeah, they leave a big hole in the ground when you pop one of these suckers over. But yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm cutting the stumps off, and then there's a real dead piece there. I was cutting some pieces off there for the house. Justin wants to have a fire here tonight, and I thought, well, there's a nice dead piece of old cherry. Make some heat. But we don't need too much heat, but it's nice to have a fire. So he's getting ready to knock that big tree over there. You can see a lot of dead out of that tree already. So when that goes down, it's going to crush up pretty bad. You got about another 15 minutes until you can knock it over. But the brush is back here. We're going to take the tractor and the blade and shove it in a big pile. And then I don't know if we'll light up here this year yet or not, but the rain will rinse the dirt off there right now, the way we have them set up. So any good topsoil, we don't want to take that and don't need to move that. But really looks like a mess here, but trying to keep everything nice and uniform here, and then getting the stumps away. The stumps are the big thing, and you can see they're cut all the way up through there. And he's gonna pull them up there so I can just come in with the forks, pick one up at a time, and then move them where I need to go, and then stack them up so we can burn them. They'll dry out for a year or two, and then we'll burn them. But some said you can, burn them right away. It's a little better, but yeah. So our goal is to put a grass strip here in between in here again, so we can mow it. Like I said before, you got to have for your erosion and stuff like that. And 12-foot nice grass strip where you can plant right up against it, and then have a nice drive through the middle. And the biggest thing we're gaining is sunlight through this field. I mean, it goes out there far when the shades are up all day until the sun gets up high enough, and that by that time you lose, you know, half a day of growing time and stuff with the sun. So, but yeah, that's what's going on here today on this Friday. We did try to do some corn yesterday on the 9th. I said it was the 10th yesterday, but it wasn't. And so the field was too wet. So I have the air down there and push it in the bin. We really don't need to be running air right now. I just need to get down there. And our goal is to start working on the White House. You can see way down there in the distance here in the middle of next week. Roof, it gets a roof there and a new back porch. So yeah, I'll keep adding out through the day here a little bit and give you something to watch, but yeah, try to make them interesting. I'm not gonna say this is an easy project, but it takes a lot of manpower to do this, and the guy running the hoe there, you know, he does a very nice job. So all right, we'll come back to you a little bit here. Okay, there goes another one for me to cut. That's over 100 feet. That's a crack. It's a big boy. And he's trying to kick some of the dirt off as much as he can there before he moves on. And what he'll do if I was down there, but I'm not going to go down there while he's working because these trees are not safe to be around. You can see I'm about 20 trees away from him at the moment, working on these. This one here in front of me behind the saw is a dead one. I was cutting a little bit off there for Justin for a fire here tonight. We have some wood up there, but it's nice to find a nice dry piece. So see, he's done, then I'll cut that main trunk there, and then he can keep going down through there ripping stuff out. But that made a heck of a sound when it fell. So I hope you enjoy this here. It's what most farmers do. They don't do it like this extreme. They'll take and trim the tree line and stuff like that, but we're removing it. And it definitely gives better views for the house over there. So he's just pulling away there. I'm gonna go down there and cut away a little bit. I don't have a camera crew because you can't see that, but so all right, we'll keep coming back to you. All right, well, we're down here in the lower area and we got our first one cleaned up. We're using a skid loader, and this is the kind of job it'd be nice to have some tracks maybe, but again, if you pop your tracks or something. This stump here wasn't dug out too good. A lot of dirt on it yet. So it's all gone. I don't know if we'll be able to farm this hill a little bit more. I know it's steep, but if we get it mowed here a little bit, I think we can plant some corn on it. If it ain't corn, it'll be hay, and then we'll just mow it and use the big baler. Lock the back wheels in and she'll climb it, no problem. So he's picking up more sticks, but yeah, it really changed here. No trees. I'm gonna take that stump out. We got a nice log over here laying. It's our log pile. We're just gonna pile our logs. And we're gonna cut as much as we can out of the tree for logs. That's oak there, white oak, I guess. And then they can cut them down to the length they want when they go to here to load them or whatever they do. But yeah, that tree up there has a tree stand in it. That's the only reason that one's standing. The rest are all down. So we'll do the same thing. Neighbor has a track machine, so I might see if that climbs a little bit better and stuff on these hills. But as long as it's dry, I have no problem. But wherever it gets a little slippy here, it can cause a problem. So that's what we're doing on our Friday. Kids have a Christmas caroling thing tonight at school. So Justin and Pop, they went up to get an air compressor. I popped this rim off here. Or tire off the rim. I'm not sure why, but I got something stuck in there and pried it off. But I think we can put air back in it. If not, we have a spare one. That's why we have a spare rim. I just want to make a little point here. You can see where the trees behind me are still throwing shade. 200-300 yards out across there yet. Let me see where we're at in the sun. Now just imagine if we get sun like up there where the trees are gone. Is it going to make that big of a difference? Well, we'll see here in the spring and when we start planting and see how the growth is. Everything along the edge here is really tiny, small stalks. The sun's a big part of this growth and this crop. Just getting ready to push another tree over, so get out of his way. But yeah, you get a 200-foot tree, and you just imagine how much shade it throws, and you can see it in the field. It's not something we're making up as we go. But some guys can live with that, but I can't. There's shade clear over on that hillside. The heat, the plant likes the heat and everything else. So this is planted in rye, and this was organic ground. So we'll see how it does for another year. So, well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's just one of those things that I got really busy and doing things. I was running the skid loader another location and cleaning up and keeping everything moving over here on this side. He's digging out a little bit along the edge. I don't know if he'll get it here quick and push it. If not, dig a little more up maybe. There he gets ready to push it. Dig a little more yet. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later and see what else we get ourselves into.